Have you ever stopped to think what it really means to be unique? In this video, we're going to show you the 15 most unusual people you won't think are real. From strange talents and rare features to unique conditions, these people prove that being different isn't something to hide. It's something to own. Get ready to meet some of the weirdest and most wonderful souls out there. Number 15. Charmaine. Charmaine faces something few could endure. Thousands of benign tumors growing across her body due to a condition called neurofibromatosis type 1. It affects roughly 1 in every 3,000 people, but in her case, the disease has progressed to unimaginable extremes. Her face, lips, nose, ears, arms, legs, nearly every inch of her has been overtaken. The tumors aren't cancerous, but they cause intense pain, breathing difficulties, and have slowly robbed her of mobility. She first noticed lumps at 13. Back then, just 2 on her face. Today, she struggles to walk 5 minutes without stopping. Doctors have called her case one of the most advanced they have ever seen. Her nose is partially blocked. Clothes must be loose or not at all. Yet she never backs down. There's no cure, but there's her willpower, and that seems endless. She fights each day not to be bedridden, not to give up. Her strength isn't just rare, it's super unshakable. Number 14. Carly Runke. This 91-centimeter tall lady lives with Morquio syndrome, a rare form of dwarfism that affects 1 in every 200,000 people. Her bones are fragile, her stature small, her skull unusually large. But Carly's personality is loud, fearless, and impossible to ignore. Since childhood, she's faced complications most can't imagine, but she's never allowed her condition to shrink her life. Her older brother became her first shield, always standing by her side as the world questioned her worth. At 25, Carly isn't just surviving, she's thriving. A model, a public speaker, and an ambassador for rare disease awareness, she uses every spotlight to educate, empower, and inspire. Society expected her to shrink herself to fit in. Instead, she took up space. Her voice now echoes through campaigns and charity events, lifting others who feel unseen. Carly is proof that height has nothing to do with how far you can go, or how loudly you can make the world listen. Number 13. Arpit Gholi. Arpit Gholi has lived 19 years with his heart on the outside of his body. Born in a small town in India, doctors diagnosed him with pentalogy of Cantrell, an incredibly rare condition, only 165 documented cases globally, where the heart develops outside the rib cage. His parents were warned he wouldn't survive, but Arpit had other plans. He climbed trees, rode bikes, and even drove tractors on his family's farm. From the outside, he lived like any child, except any fall or bump could kill him. His heart beats just beneath the skin of his chest, exposed, unprotected. No rib cage, no sternum, only skin. On top of that, his diaphragm doesn't fully function, meaning every breath takes extra work. A common cold could end his life. He now faces a difficult decision: risk surgery to move the heart inside, or continue living one accident away from tragedy. Arpit isn't just surviving, he's wrestling every day with fate, and still smiling through it. Number 12. Vinicio Riva. At 15, Vinicio noticed something strange: small tumors forming across his body. Doctors diagnosed him with neurofibromatosis. Over the years, the tumors spread, twisting his legs, deforming his feet, and turning every step into a test of endurance. Doctors gave him a life expectancy of 30 years. Today, he's 62. Living in Italy, he credits one thing for his strength: faith. Every year, he makes a pilgrimage to Lourdes, seeking not just healing, but peace. His condition brought him face to face with pain and isolation, but it also brought him to Pope Francis. Their meeting, brief and quiet, changed everything for him. It wasn't pity he received. It was dignity. For Vinicio, the scars never defined him. His faith did. Despite the stares and the struggles, he's outlived every prediction, walked farther than anyone expected, and continues to live each day with grace. His body may carry the burden, but his soul walks light. Number 11. Tina Sajovic. Tina was just 11 when her life started to shift very badly. What began as small signs turned into a diagnosis: neurofibromatosis, type 1. Tumors began spreading across her face, growing along the nerves, distorting what she once saw in the mirror. Over the years, she endured 11 surgeries, each one an attempt to reduce the tumors, to bring some relief, not just from pain, but from the cruel glances and constant whispers. But the scars people see don't compare to the wounds left by strangers' words. Some asked if she was contagious. Others looked away. But Tina doesn't hide. She walks through life with her head up, going to university, keeping a loyal group of friends, and holding on to the hope of finding love. Her battles are far from over. More surgeries await. But she refuses to let this condition define her future. Tina's face tells a unique story. Not of illness, but of someone who never gave up on being seen. Number 10. Kendra and Malia. Kendra and Malia were born conjoined at the abdomen. They shared a liver, a pelvis, 2 legs, and only 1 kidney. Even more incredibly, each girl controlled 1 leg. Their survival was already a miracle, but living independently took something far greater. At just 4 years old, a team of 6 surgeons and 25 medical professionals undertook a 6-hour operation to separate them. The complexity was immense, especially because Malia relied on the shared kidney through her sister's liver. Her father tried to donate, but wasn't a match. Thankfully, a donor came through in time, and Malia underwent both a kidney transplant and heart surgery soon after. To support their recovery, doctors placed titanium rods in both girls' spines. Today, they walk, they thrive, and they live their own lives, separate but unbreakably connected. Their story isn't just about medicine. It's about a bond that defied biology and a will to live on their own terms. Number 9. Eric Kilburn Jr. This teen from Goodrich didn't just break records, he stomped right through them. Eric holds 2 Guinness World Records, the largest feet on any living teenager, measuring 35 centimeters, and the largest hands at 23.2 centimeters. He wears a US size 23 shoe, UK 22, and from the time he could walk, he stood out. By kindergarten, he towered over classmates. By 5th grade, buying shoes became nearly impossible. His family resorted to custom footwear, often costing over $500 a pair. He wore Crocs through freezing winters, which led to painful foot issues. Eventually, his story gained media attention. Brands like Puma and Under Armour stepped up, creating custom shoes, and even Shaquille O'Neal offered support. Eric's mom launched the Big Shoe Network, a non-profit helping others facing extreme shoe size challenges. His message is loud and clear. Embrace whatever makes you different, even if you've got the biggest feet in the room. Eric's not just making footprints, he's making space for others too. Number 8. Sanju Bhagat. Well, this farmer from India spent most of his life battling relentless teasing over his abnormally swollen stomach. People joked that he looked pregnant, and as ridiculous as the comments were, they weren't completely off track. By the time he turned 36, his abdomen had grown so large that he struggled to breathe. Doctors rushed him to Tata Memorial Hospital in Mumbai for emergency surgery, convinced they were removing a massive tumor. But what they found stunned the entire surgical team. Sanju carried one of the rarest conditions in medicine, fetus in fetu. A malformed twin had become trapped inside his body before birth, continuing to grow slowly over decades. Hair, bones, limbs, the remnants of an undeveloped brother had lived inside him for 36 years without his knowledge. It wasn't simply a medical issue. It was one of the most astonishing and unsettling discoveries doctors had ever witnessed. Okay, now let's move to number 7, Monroe Wright. Monroe Reed came into the world with no eyes. Her mother's pregnancy was smooth. There were no signs or any kind of warnings. But when Monroe was born, doctors discovered she had bilateral anophthalmia. No eyeballs, just eyelids and tear ducts. It's a condition so rare it affects 1 in 100,000 births. The news broke her mother and grandmother. How would Monroe live? How would she grow? What kind of world would she see without sight? But Monroe didn't need eyes to find wonder. From an early age, she used her ears like sonar and her voice like light. She greeted people before they could even speak. Teachers, therapists, family, they all say the same thing. Monroe radiates something powerful. Her happiness is pure. Her joy is infectious. She's smart, curious, unstoppable. At school, she's surprising everyone with how fast she learns. Monroe doesn't need to see to shine. Her life reminds us that vision isn't about eyesight. Number 6, Mandy Sellers. Well, now, this is simply rare. Mandy from Lancashire lives with an ultra-rare genetic condition that causes localized gigantism in her legs. Since childhood, her lower limbs grew far beyond proportion to her slender upper body. Over time, the difference became dramatic. At one point, her legs alone weighed more than 108 kilograms. Doctors initially suspected Proteus syndrome, like the elephant man, but later pinpointed a mutation in the PIK3CA gene. In 2010, she developed septicemia and underwent an above-the-knee amputation. But even then, her stump didn't stop growing. Within 22 months, it ballooned to over 1 meter in circumference. A new experimental drug, tailored to her mutation, eventually shrank the mass by 6 stone, restoring some mobility. While mostly homebound, Mandy's far from silent. She's appeared in documentaries, spoken publicly, and opened up about her ongoing medical challenges. She's never hidden. Through it all, Mandy Sellers refuses pity. She stands tall, even when her legs won't. Number 5. He Ping Ping. He Ping Ping was barely 75 centimeters tall. Born in 1988 in Inner Mongolia, China, he had primordial dwarfism, one of the rarest conditions on Earth. His body never grew, but his presence was massive. He became the shortest man in the world, officially recognized by Guinness. That title made him a star. He traveled across continents, appeared on global TV, and stood proudly beside the tallest people on Earth, always with a smile. For he, life wasn't about size. It was about showing the world you belong, no matter the frame you come in. But his body was fragile. The condition that brought him fame also took him early. At 21, while filming in Italy, he passed away unexpectedly. His life burned bright and fast, a shooting star across the night. But in every country he visited, every hand he shook, He Ping Ping left behind a message louder than words. Greatness isn't measured in centimeters. It's measured in how much you inspire. Number 4. Kathy Young. Kathy isn't just another record breaker. She's the lady with the tiniest waist ever documented, an hourglass figure so extreme it almost defies belief. Known around the world for her striking silhouette, Kathy achieved it through decades of disciplined corset training. How small is her waist? 15 inches. Yes, a full 15 inches, smaller than most people's heads. While most struggled to get anywhere near 24 inches, Kathy pushed the limits of body shaping far beyond the norm. Tight-laced corsets became part of her daily life, gradually molding her torso until her body adapted to the form. Some call it artistic expression, others call it borderline impossible. Either way, she commands attention. Her figure has earned her a Guinness World Record and made her a standout in documentaries, fashion events, and body modification circles. Reaching that measurement required patience, discomfort, and unwavering commitment. Whether admired or debated, one truth remains: Kathy's waist exists in a league entirely its own. Number 3. Samantha Ramsdell. This comedian from Norwalk turned childhood teasing into worldwide fame, thanks to a jaw that quite literally changed her life. In 2021, Samantha Ramsdell was officially crowned by Guinness World Records as having the largest mouth gape, female, a staggering 6.52 centimeters vertically and over 10 centimeters wide. As a kid, her oversized mouth made her the target of jokes. She hated it. But years later, through TikTok, she flipped the script. Sam began sharing videos that combined comedy, music, and jaw-dropping stunts, like stuffing full-sized apples, entire sandwiches, and fries into her mouth. Her confidence caught fire, and millions followed. She turned her once-dreaded feature into her brand, and she's never looked back. Sam often says, "Yeah, I've got a big mouth, but at least it's the biggest one in the world." What once made her hide now makes her shine, and that mouth keeps opening doors. Okay, now let's head over to Number 2. Austin and Elena. Austin Nihus entered the world with Goldenhaar syndrome, a craniofacial condition affecting facial structure, hearing, and sometimes internal organs. Doctors weren't sure he'd survive infancy. By 17, he had weathered 55 surgeries, jaw reconstruction, airway complications, and endless hospital days. Yet he still loves fishing, hiking, and shooting hoops whenever he can. His friend Elena shares a similar path. She endured her own medical challenges, loneliness, and childhood cruelty, but never lost the spark that defines her. Everything changed when TLC's 2 in a Million brought them together. From the moment they met, the connection was immediate. They swam, joked, compared stories, and found comfort in understanding one another without explanation. Even living in different states hasn't dimmed their bond. Family support and constant online messages keep it strong. Goldenhaar syndrome may have shaped their features, but not the way they carry themselves. Their story proves strength doesn't come from perfection. It comes from honesty, courage, and finding someone who truly sees you. Number 1. Foxy Menagerie. Foxy lives loud, curves sharper than reality, platinum hair gleaming under lights, and a style that leaves no room for subtlety. She's transformed her body through multiple surgeries, breast augmentations, sculpting, fillers, not to chase trends, but to own her identity. She's walked stages as a performer, posed for alt-fashion campaigns, and carved a niche online where thousands follow her for her fearless energy. Critics say she's gone too far. Fans say she's a legend. Foxy doesn't ask permission from either. Her aesthetic rides the edge between fantasy and flesh, but behind the bold look is a message. Self-expression isn't about approval. It's about ownership. Every choice, every change was hers alone. She's not chasing pretty. She's building a look that screams freedom. Whether she's loved or judged, she remains unmoved. In a world built to box people in, Foxy breaks the mold. She isn't trying to be anyone else. She's showing what happens when you become exactly who you want to be. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it, share it, and subscribe. Thanks for hanging with us, and we'll see you soon.